Do you want beasts on your team like Khalil Mack and Saquon Barkley, but you don't have the coins to afford them? Make sure to hit up the coin store, man. Yes, link will be down in the description below. Make sure that you tell them that I sent you and get 10% off your first order. What's going on, my psychedelic squadron? It's your boy Trippy here, coming at you with another Madden 19 video, and today we're going to go ahead and get into the best ways to prep for the new series that's coming out. So, with the new Series 6 that is looming upon us, we're looking at new masters, new sets, and I think, hopefully, fingers crossed, new rewards for completing like weekend league and placing in the top 100 or something like that. But before we get any further, let me get this shameless plug out of the way. And don't forget to go ahead and join the psychedelic squadron by clicking the subscribe button. Also, make sure that you hit the bell icon to be notified of all future uploads. All right, so now that you're hopefully still here from that, let's go ahead and dig into a couple things that could possibly change with the new series rolling right around the corner. First, I think would be objectives. Now, if you're looking at Series 5 multiplayer, of course, this is going to change. It changes every time. Each time, it rolls around, you get an extra 100,000 coins, and then whatever series trophies that you get on top of this. I do expect that the new series trophies will also quick sell for scouts, seeing how that this scouts currency probably isn't going to end until right after the draft. Then we'll have a blitz and then it'll be over with. But we still have rookie premieres and then the draft rolling around the corner, and I will be making another video on the best players that you should look out for to get either rookie premieres or any sort of draft card that you could put on your team now. And honestly, at this point in MUT, the only thing that I'm looking for is rookie premieres, and then I'm stopping. That is it, because I put so much time, I put so much effort into this game, and it's really not that good, honestly. If I wasn't doing YouTube, I would have been stopped playing this a long time ago and finished Kingdom Hearts or something like that. But nonetheless, let's get out of the depressing mind state. I'm telling you how to build now. So I did touch on the hopefulness that they change like head-to-head rewards and things like that. Fingers crossed that they do something like that, because if you're looking at, let me see if I can go to the rewards information. If you complete this right here, I think Super Bowl, it is, for some reason it doesn't have like Super Bowl like winnings and things like that, but I don't know, man. It's just once you get a Super Bowl, it's like for each tier there's a different like reward at the end. I know that I think you only get like one Super Bowl, and then you get the 5,000 training, and then right after that there's nothing else to do. But it's been the same stuff over and over again. You end up getting like a team diamond if you're all Madden first string, and then below that you get like an 88 and whatever amount of players. And honestly, they extended it at the last series update to the lower tiers for like the players, but it's still not cutting it. With 98s, 99s, and all that stuff coming out, it's a wee bit hard. And then not to mention like weekend league. Weekend league has been 99.9% of the same stuff since the beginning of it, with the monthly rewards actually being updated instead of the weekly rewards. It's still really not all that impressive to me. So the only thing that's really keeping MUT alive during this current state, and they know that it's doing it, and that's why they did it for this week, because they have content coming up. Of course, is house rules between the squads, and just the head-to-head is actually really keeping that fizzle, that little spark going for as long as it's been going. But now that we got all that out the way, speaking of house rules, man, this 99 Grunk, this is probably the dopest thing that they did out of this, was add the option to get a 99 Rob Gronkowski as a tribute card, and then of course you can still pull them in packs. That's pretty dope. Shout out to EA for that one, and hopefully things like that carry on. And yet, I'm a lot of shameless plugs, but I will be making another video going over the things that I would like to see Madden implement or carry over into Madden 20. So stay tuned for stuff like that as well. But the thing that's going to change the most out of all of this is going to be the sets. So 9 times out of 10, they're going to change something in these series sets. Lord knows what it is, but of course they're going to add a new one. So with the addition to Series 5, you actually got a new Series 5 Master, 95 overall Micah Hyde. Yeah, almost, I thought I mispronounced his name, but You got a 95 overall Micah Hyde. It takes way less series trophies. Well, maybe not way less. It's probably about, what, 23 or 22, something like that. But it takes less trophies to obtain them because at the time, 95 overalls were actually not necessarily obsolete, but nobody really wanted a Micah Hyde at strong safety because he's not a strong hitter. He's a very good coverage safety, but really wasn't what anybody was looking for. And honestly, if you don't get him day one and sell him, you're not going to make any coins off of this, especially if you have... I think you might be able to get him within the first couple days. And then if you have the competitive series trophies, I suggest you go ahead and do that. I think there's still solo challenges available. I think, of course, all the Madden events that you would have to watch in order to get the free ones through Twitch drops is over. But if you go ahead and let's double check and make sure that these competitive solos are still here. And yes, there are 16 challenges that, unfortunately, they're actually all full games. They're 2-minute quarters though, so literally that's not long at all. Literally one drive, one stop, and then you know it's over. You can win 7-0, 3-0, whatever, and you get 79,000 coins out of this, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 79,000 coins. It's not really that long. It's like doing house rules for the most part. Then you end up getting, I see the Madden Challenge NAT Legends pack. You end up getting either a 95 overall LaDainian Tomlinson or Lawrence Taylor, if you did not know that. Then, of course, the competitive series trophies, which can be used in any series at all throughout this, throughout MUT. So that'll also give you an extra little boost, later on. So if you wanted to use those, ground out maybe weekend league or something like that, or solo battles, and then, when you get your rewards later on this week, or do both of them, if you place pretty high or even relatively decent, you'll be able to go ahead and complete the series master. But another thing that's going to change are the sets beneath it, which are going to be, these lower elite players. Well, lower now because of the stage that we are in MUT. So last update they did 88 to 91 and then 92 to 94. I can honestly see them doing maybe 92 to 94 in the lower one, and then maybe like a 95 to 96 overall player here, because honestly 95s and 96s are probably going for about, well, 96s are probably going still for about maybe 200k, 220, 250 depending on the player, of course. But I honestly don't see those values holding high now. So if you have any of these lower elites that you are just kind of like saving around, the 88s to 91s, well, really the 88s to 90s, I would kind of keep to the side just in case, because also another thing that they like to do is switch up how much it takes to end up getting a MUT token. So elite, gold, silver, etc., etc. Hasn't been a change to the silver, gold, I think, or elites since series 4, but they might actually, you never know, they might actually end up taking out the 80 to 81s, which are going to drop those values tremendously, because then, really there's going to be no value there. And the 80 to 82s, they might actually drop all of that, make it 84 to 85, 86 to 87, 88 to 89. So that is something that you might want to look out for. Other than those sets changing, you might want to go ahead and start producing some elite tokens as well, just so you could be on the safe side. You never know when they might start implementing things like that again, like they did with the team MVPs. So it could shake the market up a little bit. I highly doubt it. Everything's most likely going to continue to drop, especially for the lower overall players, like I've been saying this entire time. So in order to maximize your coin making opportunities, I suggest that you go ahead and sell them now. That way you can go ahead and get whatever you can from them before they drop even lower than what they were before. For these, I think day one, these packs, first of all, it's going to be hard to get 50 or whatever amount of series trophies that they take in order to obtain them. Plus, those series trophies can be going to the series master and or whatever other things that they tend to put out, like a Coach Madden collectible, etc., etc., which is another thing that I think and should be in the new series update. And another thing that I actually forgot to mention, and I didn't realize until editing this, is actually the exchange sets are going to change a little bit as well. Typically with each addition to each series, they end up changing another thing that you can do, such as the 88 to 89s, I think back in series 4. Then in series 5, they introduced the 89 to 90s. Now, before, you used to be able to, do these sets and possibly make a decent amount of coins if you use the training method, which is like, say you needed an 89 overall player, right? You can go up here, you see how they have James Conner, Wesley Wooyard, and all these other players, you could take a decent overall legend. At the time, I would say like players like Deion Sanders, Lawrence Taylor, the 74 overalls or the 76 overall power up players. Put them, get their training up, put them up there, get them to a certain amount of certain overall, and then place them in sets like this and make coins. This is another method that you can use to make sure that you get a pretty decent amount of elite tokens as well, without having to, invest too much coins into it necessarily. So like, say for instance, I know somebody who's trying to sell their team and give a bunch of players away and things like that. When they power down their team and they go through all that good jazz, and they start having abundance of training left, I suggest that you go down here, use the same method that I was just saying. Make sure that you put your training into, a 76. I don't necessarily know the exact card that is the best one, and put it up without using the most amount of training. But put them in there, get them to a certain overall. Make sure that you throw them in these sets, and basically just do that. And then you end up getting, whatever you get out of a flashback pack, or maybe the exchange set that comes out, when Series 5 comes out, or Series 6 when it comes out. So this will be the end for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure that you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. 2-piece those mofos. It'll help the channel grow tremendously. Also, don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the upcoming series. Things that, you could be expecting. Things that might shake it up a little bit. Whatever you think they got going on. And yeah, that's basically it. Stay tuned for more Madden 19 content such as this, and until next time, fellas, peace.